We have seen several construction accidents in the past 6 months in Palm Beach County. To get more insight on why this may be happening, investigative reporter Terry Parker took a look at each one and talked to a construction safety expert. And Terry, what did you learn?
Felicia, we know that there are buildings going up all around us, and with that comes some unique construction challenges peculiar to Florida. But there's also another problem, and it has to do with a lot of work and not enough people to do it. This fatal construction accident is one of several we've seen locally since June. On June 1st, 4 people were hospitalized after a crane collapsed at a Delray Beach construction site at Sunday Village. On September 12th, a construction worker was hospitalized following a partial wall collapse at a site for a new building at Boca Raton Regional Hospital. And October 25th, a construction worker was seriously injured when he attempted to jump off a crane that toppled into the Intracoastal Waterway in Delray Beach.
Unfortunately, you have days like today when we just have a multitude of failures that occur where people lose lives.
Mike Lawler is a safety expert and former OSHA compliance manager. He says one reason for equipment collapse accidents in Florida is due to the changing soil conditions, often sandy and unstable.
Think of the time you've played at the beach and tried to build a sandcastle. It's constantly collapsing and wanting to move in unplanned directions. And when you put big pieces of equipment on top of that type of soil, unfortunately, at times it causes that equipment to shift and move and fall in ways that we didn't expect.
Lawler says another reason for accidents is the increase in development and the decrease in the number of workers.
There's a lot of construction work going on, more than the workforce can support. So it's becoming more challenging to find construction workers that have experience, that have been trained. So we're bringing in new people each and every day into our industry. And unfortunately, newer workers have a tendency to be challenged by the environment that exists on an active construction site.
Lawler tells me workers should make sure they're talking to each other and aware of the people around them, making sure everyone is taking every precaution to try and prevent these tragic accidents. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.